Welcome to A Build a Week, June. This will be the final episode, and this week we're going to be doing custom trees, the path, and all of the different terrain things. So, as you can see, I have already put up these ice blocks that are going to be trees, and I've been trying to frame out certain buildings. So from certain angles, these trees should help frame the view of the buildings. And then like over here, yeah. The other thing I did already was I did put up this wall. I'll show you the time lapse probably now, but it does need a front gate. And yeah. Okay, let's hop right into my creative world where I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to be doing for everything. And then we'll get right to work. Hello, welcome to my super flat world. Alright, so let's go over everything we're going to be putting in the other world. As you can see, I've got them all lined up, and the first thing is the path style. We're going to be using the dirt path and coarse dirt to make the path. I wanted to do something paved, but then I realized this is kind of a village that's not going to be super, like there's a few inhabitants, it's not a huge village, and they're kind of isolated from the rest of the world. So while they do have power, and they've got these powered street lamps, they don't really have paved roads. This is kind of an off the map sort of village. Next up, just for the nature, I kind of just want grass, ferns, and bushes, just a little bit of that greenery, just kind of spread out. It'd probably be even more sparse than right here, but just to make it a little bit fluffy and not flat. Alright, moving on trees. So I have 3 different ideas for trees I'm going to show you. I'm likely going to use the last one. So this first one would be a more realistic sort of tree. It's got a gray trunk using some stone variants and stuff, instead of spruce wood like I have over there. However, if I want to have these trees blend in more with the vanilla trees, which I also want to use in certain spots, then I can't really use this color palette. So next up, I tried doing that, but I ended up not liking how sparse the leaves were, and I wanted to have the more thick leaves. So I did it again, but this time I tried to make a lot more leaves, and I'm pretty happy with how this looks. This exact one will probably be used, but I will also be building a couple of separate ones, and then using a whole bunch of them. But yeah. Next up, we're going to have some smaller trees. So these would be younger trees or just smaller ones if there's a spot. So corresponding to this type of tree, we've got this one, which is gray, and then they all have the same leaf pattern, but they have different trunks. This one has mud because I thought it would kind of match with this because this has the mud stem up here. And then lastly, I tried doing deep slate. It's a little more gray than the other one is, but I think it looks pretty good. And then I ended up changing this to deep slate as well to match, and I think it works. So that's probably what we're going to be using. And then finally we have the wall. So I already put the wall in, as you saw in the first clip, but this is kind of what it looks like, just some different logs. And I'll explain in a little bit, but they're supposed to be looking like the villagers kind of just thrown it together. So it's just a bunch of walls that are kind of laid up, stuck in the ground. And it was thrown together pretty quickly. It's a little bit makeshift, you know? Yeah. And that would just be spruce log, stripped spruce log, and normal spruce planks. And then on top of the logs, we have dark oak fences. And on top of anything else, we've got the normal spruce fences. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's get back into the other world where we're going to be kind of filling everything in. Welcome to the village of Icefall. Every year, this mountain range experiences all 4 seasons normally. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. That is, until this year. At the end of the winter, the mountains thawed, and the villagers began planting the crops that would grow and then sustain them through the next year. But gradually, they began to notice the ice left on the other side of the mountains. Slowly, the cold spread like a disease across the mountains and towards the village. By summer, it was almost up to the back wall of the lodge. Wherever the frost went, winter followed. It snowed on the other side, despite the fact that it should have been summer. Scared that the crops would die if they did nothing, Icefall threw up a wall between themselves and the frost to buy them some time to send a group into the frost and find the source of the winter. The group is yet to return, and the snow is piling up outside of the walls, getting closer and closer to taking over Icefall. Hope you liked that little short story. Let me know if you like that better than the music over the time lapse. So yeah, let's do a little overview. Alright, so I've finished. I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse. Well, long time lapse. And let's go walk through everything so I can show everything off. So as you can see, there's already big differences. You've already seen me building it, but yeah, let's walk through it. So outside the gates, we just got trees. I didn't really mess with anything in the snow area. I may have cut down some trees and I changed up the terrain right next to the wall a little bit, but not too much. And then of course I did this and you saw that. Yeah. So we've got the wall and this little gate. We've got our street lamps, our little farms where the people would grow their food. Little bushes. These are some of the things that just popped up because I forgot to unpause the time lapse in certain places. Little buttons to act as pebbles. We've got this little pumpkin and melon patch that I just broke. Okay, hold on. And there's farms here, and yeah. The last, of course, we got the trees in. I already talked about them a little bit. But, okay, so I pasted in this one and this one from the other world, I think. But I did rotate them and change up the roots a little bit, as you can see. But yeah, that's the only changes I made to those. I've also got the baby trees here and here. I think I pasted that one and built that one myself, although these two blinked in. This one I also built on the time lapse, but it blinked in as well, which is unfortunate. And then I pasted in a few vanilla trees where I didn't feel like it was worth building a new tree, but I wanted something there, and they fit pretty well because they're pretty similar. And then I built this one and this one, especially for these areas, I think. So yeah. See what else? Oh, I did all the ground covering, so we've got bushes, ferns. The path is done. The only change I made from the creative world was that I also put in leaf litter to kind of line the path, and then it's also on the coarse dirt in certain places. Oh, and the well. It's just kind of overgrown, because I'd imagine they don't use it very much anymore. They have running water. So like they don't really need a well for anything, but it's still here because it's a piece of their history and there's no reason for them to take it down, but they don't take great care of it anymore. It's a little overgrown, and yeah, it's pretty simple design. It's just stone base, and then we've got this wall comes up into a fence, and then I've used blown up campfires just like over here, with a little rim of spruce planks. I think it looks pretty nice. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Yeah, let's get a little aerial view real quick. This is what it looks like from a little further away. I love how the wall separates the icy bit in the village. It looks amazing. If you've enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. If you've enjoyed anything this month, consider subscribing. We will have another theme out next month. However, next week we're not going to have a build a week. We're going to have something else, which is also pretty cool, and I did a great job on, so I'm excited for y'all to see. So I will see you next week. Goodbye.